Hey everybody, Mark Spec the Comics, and I'm back. I don't know if you guys heard, but over the weekend, United States ended up imposing a 25% tariff to our friends up north in Canada. What does that mean for us in the hobby? Well, it's going to mean that prices of new comic books are going to be going up by 25%. So typically that $4.99 comic book could now be $5.99. So if you weren't aware, our major comic book publishers, Marvel, DC, Image, IDW, so forth, those books, the vast majority of them are printed in Canada. We rely heavily on Canada for their lumber and their cheaper, printing costs, and that's why they've been printing books in Canada for quite some time. So what ended up happening is on Monday, they ended up, I guess, sitting at the table, and they came up with a temporary pause in Canada on those 25% tariffs. So that means they have 30 days to kind of figure this out before prices were expected to go up by next week's delivery. Like this week's comic books were already not going to be impacted, but the following weeks were expected to go up by 25%. Other news, Transcontinental, which is one of the major printing companies in Canada, stepped up today. This was a report from bleedingcool.com. You guys can go on there and read it. And they're going to offer the comic book industry, 90 days tariff-free from printing. Like basically the printing costs being added to the comic book, are to us, the consumer. So at least if these tariffs don't go into place in come 30 days, or they do go into place, regardless, Transcontinental is gonna cover the costs for the tariffs so that we can get our books at the same cost that we're paying now while they decide what they're going to do going forward. Because from what I was hearing reportedly, that Marvel and DC were going to be going up on their prices anyways. So more news to come about that later. But in the meantime, we're okay for the time being. All right, guys, if you'd like this at all at any point, hit the thumbs up, comment down below. And until next time, Mark Spec the Comics, out.